Yo, what's up guys, welcome to a new video here on my channel Gino Gaming. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to make this outro. Okay, so if you wanna make this outro, stay tuned. Okay, so guys, this is what I have for my outro. So for this outro we're going to be working in two parts. Part 1 is in Adobe Photoshop when we're making this, and part 2 is in Adobe After Effects when we make it move. So the first part will be in Adobe Photoshop. So this is what I made for my outro. You just wanna open a new project. I'm gonna call it tutorial. Like this. Make sure your white is 1920 and your height is 1080p, so it will be the same size as your videos. So just click OK and we'll start. You will see these blue lines here. I want them on another place, so I'm just going to go to View, New Guide Layout, and 4 columns 3 rows. This is how I like it, so you can work with those so it's all in line as you know. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a background. I use this background for my outro, so you can just use any background you want. You can also choose a moving background, but if you want a moving background you should add it in Adobe After Effects. So if you want a moving background, just leave it blank now, and we'll see in part 2 how to add a moving background. So if you don't want a moving background, you can add any background you want. I have here also background from Battlefield 4, so you can just add it. You can change it in black and white like this. You can just add a new layer like this. Okay, and you can paint it blue. You do this and then change the opacity a little like this. You have a nice background, it's a little blue. It's a nice background for Battlefield, from Battlefield 4. So you can just Google any background you want if you want just another background, but I'm going to be working with my background, so I'm just going to add my background, like just drag it in. Okay, so I will add a new layer for the blue kind of effect. So I'm just going to do this. I want a little the same blue, so I just go to here, and I'll just take this blue or this, yeah, like something like that. Doesn't matter really which color. You have to play with those things, you know. You just can see, you change opacity to like 60. I'm going to change it to 60. So I see it's a little too light, so I just pick here a little darker, and yeah, I want it like this. So this is, you can choose another color, it doesn't matter. So you can choose all those things. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add our video boxes. So I'm just going to go to here, rectangle tool, and make sure you go to proportional 920 on 1080. You check proportional and you click, type here 920 and here 1080. So it's the size your videos most likely will be. So you can just drag and it will be, doesn't matter which scale you take, but it will be in that proportion. So I'm just going to take something like this, doesn't really matter. I'm going to paint it white. I'm going to change the color. The color doesn't matter because you will put your video in there, so it doesn't really matter. Just white. I will just do it white so you can see it. Then I'm going to move it. That's why I have the blue lines here, so I can kind of move it in the right position. like this. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to blending options, and there you can do your kind of effects. So I'm going to add a stroke. You can choose how big or how small you want it. I'm going to do it from the outside, and I'm gonna take like 10, like this, yeah, like that. And you can change the color, but I'm just going to leave it black like this. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is color overlay. It's just gray, it doesn't matter really. Oh, I didn't click OK, so I should do that. I just, yeah, so again, stroke, then outside, and color overlay, so, and then OK, make sure you do that. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rename. So it's very important you name all your layers as they are. So I'm going to call this video box previous. So because later on when we go into After Effects, you don't see what is what, so you just have these things. And if you don't know what, so if you don't change name, it will be layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and you don't know what is what. So if you change the name, you can easily know what is what. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this a little higher, like this, and then I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to call it video box recommended. Okay, so I will add, so as in my outro, I add 2 video boxes, previous video and recommended video. You can just add 1, or you can add 3. It doesn't matter. It's as you want. So I'm going to add 2 like this. Maybe this a little lower. So like this. Yeah, I like it like that. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my first text. So here, just going to type previous, and it's a little big as you see, so I'm just going to change this to like 115, I think. Put it here, and then I'm going to go to here and this like that. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. So okay, and then I'm going to put it in the right place like this. It's perfect. Next thing I'm going to do is also blending options. So here I'm going to add Satan. You gotta play with these things. Next thing I'm going to add is a little stroke like this. Yeah, just black, 3 points inside. Yeah, just like that. And of course a drop shadow. I really like those things. So yeah, like this. Just you can play with all these settings and see if you like it. So I'm just going to do this. Okay, so okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add here text recommended, but instead of doing just here and add here another text, because I want it all in the same layer style, so I have to do all these blending options again. So I'm just going to duplicate my layer, call it recommended like this, and you can just drag it down to here like this, and then you can just edit my voice crack. So you can just edit recommended like this, and then I'm going to here, and I'm going to change this. I don't really see it, so like little bit, yeah, like this. I'm gonna do it like this. So yeah, it looks really nice. It's a little, maybe, nah, it's good like this. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add here, thanks for watching, subscribe and like, just like I did here. So I'm gonna do it again, just duplicate layer, gonna call it thanks for watching. I just call it literally what I write, so I later on in Adobe After Effects I precisely know what is what. So thanks for watching. I'm just gonna call it like that. Next thing I'm going to add is my social media. So as you see here on my thing, this project for my real outro. So stay connected, and then Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. So I just opened that. I have here my Facebook logo, Twitch logo, and Twitter logo. So you can just actually go on Google, type in Facebook icon, and you can just download it and import it in your Photoshop file. So you can just import it. So I'm just going to first my Facebook logo. I'm just going to just drag and drop it here, and then I'm going to scale it down. Make sure when you're scaling it, hold shift. So otherwise, if you don't hold shift, it will end up like this or like this, and you don't want that. So just hit shift, scale it down, and it will keep the same proportion. Oh no, I forget something. And then I'm going to go further with my Facebook logo. So I don't want a blue background because my background is already blue, so it isn't really nice. So just going to delete that. So, and then the next thing I'm going to do, because I don't want my Facebook logo to be white because everything is like in blue, so I'm just going to go to here and then copy layer style and just go to my Facebook and then paste layer style. It will look the same, just like that. Yeah. So now I'm just going to put it on the right place. So just I'm going to put it like right here, a little smaller, hold shift, a little smaller, just like that. I think maybe a little bigger, but we'll see when we add the rest. So next thing I'm going to add my Twitch logo. No, first my Twitter logo. So I'm just going to add this. Same thing to do, just first do this, then paste layer style, and you have just the same. I'm going to scale it down, hold shift so it keeps the same proportion, just drag it and drop it like here, like this, a little smaller maybe, just like this, put it back in the right position. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is add my Twitch logo, Twitch icon, just drag it and drop it again, scale it down again. It isn't really that hard to make in Photoshop such a thing, but you gotta really play with it to make it personal. So you can just do it all the way like this or just all the way like this, but it's really not personal then. And I really like when outros and intros are personal, not just a template or just made as just the same as another one. So in the beginning I did it too. So just I downloaded a template and added my logo, but it isn't really that nice because it's not personal. And I like this because you can just play with it around. You can do the exact same steps but with other colors or something and with other effects, so it will just look the same like previous recommended and so. And thanks for watching, and that will all be the same, but if you play with the effects and the colors it will look a lot different. So it's really nice. That's what I like about it. So I'm just going to put that here, scale it a bit down again, put it right here. No, I want to put it right here, there, like this, and let's see how it looks. yeah, I like it. With this only, next thing I'm going to do is just again stay connected. Just another text file, text layer you already made. Just duplicate the layer. I'm going to call it Facebook. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I almost forgot. I'm just going to drag this here. I have to make this. I have to rename it. So this I'm going to Twitch icon. This will be Twitter icon. So just like this icon, and this will be the Facebook icon like this. And then so Facebook, I'm just going to do this a little smaller. So I'm going to add the text. So my Facebook is /gino.gaming.gg like this, and I'm going to do this a little smaller. So just like this, maybe 90. I'm going to make it 90, just like that. Then yes, okay, and put it just next to the like this, yeah, like this, a little smaller maybe. I'm just going to make it a little smaller, and maybe like 80, yeah, like 80. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to put the stay connected a little higher because it's a little another voice crack, by the way. Just here, yeah, and then the Facebook text just here, yes, perfect. Then just duplicate it again so you keep the layer style. I'm going to call it Twitter, just like that. So we have this now. It looks really nice, maybe a little dark. Maybe I should use other colors, but it's really your choice to do it in what color you like. So you can just make all those differences. So next thing I'm going to add is my initials here, Gino Gaming, so GG. Here I'm going to add another text layer because I don't want it to be the same layer style. I want to pop out really. So I'm just going to GG, type GG. This may really big like this. Just going to put it here. I'm just going to add this a little, like this, a little less maybe, like this. Put it here, and then I'm just going to, okay, maybe I'm going to do it like white. Yeah, okay, just like that, and just like that. Okay, I'm just going to blending options, and I'm just going to add shading. So I'm just going to do 90, size it like that, distance, and opacity like this. I'm going to do gradient overlay maybe. No, not gradient overlay. I'm going to add a drop shadow, really big one. And I'm going to add maybe inner glow, just like that. Size a little bigger, just like that. So yeah, okay. So it isn't the best. It isn't the best outro I made. So I think this one is a little better but it's just to show you how you should do it. So or how I did it, not how you should do it, but how I did it. So it's really just a guideline, I would say. So you can see how I've done it, but you can play with it, you can put your video boxes here, you can put one video box in the middle here, and then your social media here under it, so you can do a lot with it. I really like if you have your personal outro, so it's just how I did it. But yeah, so this is it really. So I'm going to end part 1 of this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just going to read my outro. Thanks for watching, subscribe and like, stay connected on Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. Look my previous video here and my recommended video here. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, so thanks for watching and see you later.